Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. I am excited to share with you what I believe, what I know to be true. And what I believe and what I know to be true is that you are called to greatness, that you are anointed, that you are here for a reason and a purpose, and all we got to do, baby, is get through that breakthrough. We got to get you to that breaking point, breaking that glass ceiling of being able to rise up and take people with you. So what we are going to focus on today, if you are ready, okay? Only if you are ready. Because like I told you, I'm only calling the bold, the courageous, the doers, the big thinkers and dreamers of the world, okay? So if you are ready, we are going to focus today on being still, all right? You don't have to wait until 2015 gets here in order to usher in stillness, okay? It's time to get ready. It is time to get ready and be ready, all right? So all of my warriors, where you at? I know you're there. All right. So we are going to focus on today, again, being still. Three things that I want you to understand and what I believe in accomplishing a lifestyle, a lifestyle of being still are three main things. With those three things, and you'll see me, looking back and forth because I have my notebook here. I want to make sure that I cover everything, that I don't miss anything at all. And if I miss something, it's okay because God will bring it back to me on another day, on another upload. So, three things. One is prayer, two is submission, and three is letting go of people, places, and things. So, prayer, submission, and letting go of people, places, and things, okay? The first one, prayer. Getting into a prayer life is very important. Once you decide to come into relation with God and trying to heed to His calling on your life, because you are called. You are called for a purpose. You are called for a time such as this, because I know and I believe that right now God is working to raise up a generation, especially of women, yes, I'm going to say it, of women who want more, who need more and will do more in order to better humanity, okay? So, prayer, going into prayer about what God has for you to do, okay? You have to, and with anything, it becomes, a habit, and it becomes a lifestyle. They say it takes, I believe, roughly 21 days in order to break a habit or to get into a habit. So you may start your prayer life off with 2 minutes a day. And after you're sitting, you won't even realize that 2 minutes has turned into 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 2 hours. But the more you continue to come to Him, no matter how long, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to, you don't have to use all of these big words and things like that in order to come to Him, because He says, come as you are. He knows your heart's desires. What He is happy about is the fact that you decided to come to Him, which ushers in submission. You decided to submit in order to come to Him, okay? So, getting into that prayer life, and again, your prayer doesn't have to be fancy, but it does need to be specific. What can help you in doing this is writing down, okay? And I'm a firm believer in this. Writing down and making it plain what you want to manifest in your life. It is so imperative that you get into a habit of writing things down. I will tell you this is my testimony when it came to my house. I wrote down specifically the day that we wanted to have our home. I was specific about how I wanted it to look on the outside as well as the inside and all of that. And I talked about this in my last upload, to where I specifically said a tree. And I have a tree. I have a tree, y'all. I have a tree in my backyard. I have a tree. And then the added bonus was, you might think I'm crazy, but the added bonus was there was a birdhouse already in the tree. And I think that is the coolest thing ever, because God said, if the birds of the air don't have to worry about how I will take care of things. Why are you worrying about the next minute or next hour? You need to worry about this moment. Not even worry, you need to focus on this moment. I'm sorry. So I have that bird house to remind me every day that if he nurtures and takes care of these little tiny birds, oh baby, what he is going to do for me, what he is going to do for you. So that's a reminder, but I wrote that down. I made it plain. I made it clear. I was specific about the rooms in our home. I was specific about those who I wanted to enter our home and how they needed to be treated and anointed and blessed by entering our home as well as leaving our home. So it is true. It is oh so true. So write those things down. And if it's still hard for you, then pick that up. Pick it up and read it as you're praying. Just as simple as that. Read it as you're praying, because God makes things very plain and clear for us. He's not a complicated individual. He's not a complicated being. We tend to, add all of those other things in and make life hard and complicated, and we don't need to do those things, okay? So prayer. Going to him in prayer and asking him what it is that he is to have you to do as we usher in 2015, all right? Next is submission. You need to be able to submit, and I've seen a perfect example of this while I was watching a snippet of a video with Oprah Winfrey and Iyanla Vanzant. And I love the depiction that they displayed. And what was said is that most people look at submission like this, we're cowering. We're, just down and out and, everything. When submission is really like this, your hands out widespread, it's like a freeing experience. And it's true. When you submit, you're letting go of all the weight. You're letting go and you're coming to an understanding of there is a being greater than you that is in control of it all, that is able to manifest those dreams that you want. Because let me tell you, your dreams and your visions didn't come to you by accident. They were planted there for a reason, because you are to bring it forth. You are to bring it forth. No one else. And that is why I sometimes, get upset with someone who feels like they don't have anything to offer, that they don't have anything to give, when we are all a part of this body and we all bring different gifts and abilities. What you do, I can't do. What I do, you can't do. And that's what I like. I like to brag on the fact that I'm able to do certain things, or my girl here brings her gifts to the table, and I'm like, oh, girl, you go, because, honey, child, I know I can't do that. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate the anointing and the gift that God has given you to be able to share it with not just me, and to teach me some things, okay? I am a sponge. I absorb everything. I love learning. So, submission. Making sure that when you submit, you realize that, yes, you may feel tired when you decide to submit. Yes, you may feel weak. But in that submission, you are grounding yourself to be lifted up to freedom, to having a freeing experience. And when you submit, you also begin to get clarity on the things that God has for you in your life. You will begin to heed to the calling that is on your life. Because I don't believe in coincidences, okay? Everything happens for a reason, okay? Everything happens for a reason. And once you begin to understand that and connect the dots, you'll see that I had to go through this, or I had to get from point A to point B in order to let that explosion happen in my life, in order to let this occurrence take place, in order for me to make this connection with that person or this connection with that job. So submission is key. The last thing I want to say is when focusing on being still, those three key components, and then I'll bring it all together, is letting go of people, places, and things. Sometimes that is extremely hard, especially if we are accustomed to a certain group of people or a certain lifestyle. Sometimes that's hard because it takes us out of our comfort zone, but it is freeing in that you are letting yourself have full dependency on a being higher than you. All right, you have to have full freedom in order to do that. So, letting go of people, places, and things. It may be letting go of certain luxury items. It may be letting go of, bad food habits. It may be drugs. It may be alcohol. It may be sex. It may be that toxic relationship that you're in. Whether it's with a male relationship or a female relationship. They both can be toxic. So sometimes you have to let those things go, because everything and everybody is not meant to go along with you on this journey. Okay? Now remember, we are calling forth those who are bold and courageous in their belief that there is a calling on your life, that the things that you are seeing, the things that you are hearing are not by mistake, and that you aren't crazy. Okay? Sometimes it's a lonely road because everyone isn't going to get it. Again, that's because this isn't for everyone. You are called. You are called to do what you love, what you are passionate about, that thing that keeps tugging at you. That thing that keeps nudging at you like, girl, you do not need to do this. You do not need to be in this mess. So when we start focusing and ushering these things in as manifestation, we need to be still. The more you become still, the more you get that tunnel vision. The more you get clarity on your life. The more you get an understanding, the more God will bring those individuals in your life who are going to uplift you and who think like you think. Because oftentimes, I'm telling you, I know you can understand and relate. I'm like, oh, these people think I'm crazy. These people just don't see what I see. These people, what is really going on here? Or I have people actually look at me like, girl, no, I hear you, Ebony, but that's not for you. Oh, you're doing this? Oh, no, I don't know. And the thing of the matter is, I had to understand and receive that it wasn't about them. It was about what God had told me, and that was the only voice that I needed to heed to and listen to and trust and believe. Okay? So sometimes it'll be a lonely walk. Sometimes you have to, spend some time writing and talking to God and wondering, when can I have someone that's going to relate to me and understand? But I will tell you, oh, what a friend we have in Jesus. And that is so true, because when I write those things down, he's the one who's comforting me and talking to me and letting me know it's okay. It's okay. Because what I have on the other side is greater than what I have you in right now. So, being still, the three things: prayer, submission, and letting go of people, places, and things. Okay? So I want to leave you with a homework assignment. I don't want you to wait at all, because sometimes we feel like we have to wait until things are aligned and you have this together and you got that together and this and that. But where's the beauty in the story if when you tell it, you had everything already in place? No. People want to hear about your story. You are important enough for someone to hear about what you have gone through. You are important enough. And I need you to understand that. So that's why I know why you're watching this video, because you know and you trust and believe that you are a big thinker, doer, dreamer, achiever. And you are ready to call forth those things in your life. You are ready to surround yourself around those individuals who are going to help pour greatness into you, because you want to be able to be taken to that next level. So I believe in you. I need you to continue to believe in yourself and encourage others along the way too. Okay? So your homework assignment is for you to write down those things you want to manifest in your life. Again, I don't care how big it is. I want it to be big. I want it to be big and bold. Everything you write down It's necessary for it to be big and bold because we serve a God who is able to do. Okay? Big, bold dreams. Write them down. Okay? Write them down, and then we're going to do the work to start getting them done. Okay? So your homework assignment, again, is to write down those things that you want to manifest in your life. After you write them down, I want you to go into prayer about them. I want you to then submit and say that, God, I don't care how bold my dreams are. I'm not going to allow fear to overtake them. I'm not going to allow the outside chatter to get in my head to make me think that, oh, what I wrote down is stupid, or, oh, what I wrote down can't be achieved because I come from a whole line of nothingness. I want you to get that out your head now. And then I want you to start letting go of people, places, and things. And we'll all trickle down the line and get through those things. But the first step is writing down those big, bold dreams that God has given you. Because it's not by accident. It is not by accident that you are here. It is not by accident that you are called to greatness. You are great. You are a mastermind. And you and I can do this together. Talk to you soon.